Log recording. It's 10:35 at night, Sunday, West Coast time, September 1st, 2024. Dealing with a lot of international, national, and local stuff will drive me crazy, but then I had personal matters pop up and I have to take a look at one of them. Reminds me so much of my own self that I'm I was reminded somehow about an anniversary of my brother's passing on September 8th. And I'm still having a hard time dealing with that one. I mean, I've talked about it so many damn times on my videos. It's not even funny, but the thing is, it's not supposed to be funny. It's serious as hell. There have been days I would just wanted just to see what the other side was like. I mean, I've had the thoughts of it, but I hadn't had the actions of it yet. Plus the fact I'm not ready to keel over yet. Every time somebody keeps trying to mention the word suicide, there's always been zeros and ones out there having a conniption fit. Not to mention everybody else with issues over it in the first place that they have to go thermonuclear on it or plain out fearful ballistic. Sorry, I'm dealing with dinner still biting me in the ass. I gotta keep reminding myself never to have onions for dinner. I could try having them in the morning, maybe in the afternoon for lunch, but sure as hell not around dinner time. Oy, a fresher cup for that one. That still gets to me. But the grieving always gets to me. I've been getting the Facebook posts left and right. I've been getting it from different face groups. People talking about how many people they lost, how long the duration was. Some of them were recent. I mean, very recent. And some of us are dealing with the anniversaries. I kept trying to put the anniversary out of my mind regarding a day, but I can't. I can't do it. I mean, bad enough I had to deal with a birth date, and I had to get past that one. Bad enough I got Mama's birthday coming up, and I got to get past that one. And wintertime's already been screwed up anyway. If I looked at it in this one situation here, Dave passed away in September. Then you have October. Maniac month. You go nuts on October. Then November comes up. And it's Thanksgiving. And during this time, we're thinking about going shopping for grub. Special grub. But we're also shopping along the way for Christmas presents. Christmas comes up. We're supposed to be into the holiday spirit of giving, sharing, laughing, drinking, going out of your freaking mind with carols and everything else. January comes up. It's New Year's. Got a birthday hiding in there somewhere. So I have to deal with that. But also I deal with an anniversary of a death. Because right after that, I'm dealing with my mother's anniversary. I've dealt with images of her last day, which was like day before the 1st of February. And then after that, I've dealt with that first death day. Then about 18 days later, the final ultimate, where her body just flat out says, okay, that's it. I can't deal with it anymore. Paperwork's already filled out. I'm not rechecking myself back in the hospital again. And it was hard as hell for me and Dave and another friend of ours dealing with the passage. He didn't know them all that well, except for the stories that we talked about. But he knew about passage anyway. And Dave and I had to deal with that one on that day. And for about a year, we were in recovery halls, trying to keep busy left and right. Hell, we went into school to keep busy. Dave couldn't deal with it physically, so I had to deal with it. And I was dealing with it. And he was happy that I was getting grades. I was actually doing a hell of a lot better than I did decades earlier as a young kid coming out of high school and back in, and going into college for the first time and getting my ass kicked in community college. But we did have an argument. We did have an argument on this one. And the argument was he didn't care what the hell happened to him. I continued his education. And I kept telling him, Dave, I'm your frickin' brother and I am your caregiver. Well, enough with the damn language on it. And I'll put my college thing on hold, but I'm taking care of your ass. Because that's how it is. We argued, we yelled about it, and then afterwards, it's like, okay, fine. Next thing I know, he gets trans-ischemic attacks in his head, screws around with his speech and motor controls. Well, the doctors were somewhat hopeful that he was going to be recovering. Give me the verbal line, but you didn't give me the emotions on this one. You didn't give me the actual cell in this damn thing. If he was going to be, if he puts the effort, if. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the morning. He already just came back from the hospital dealing with blood sugar issues. And he's got to go back in the hospital again because he's got breathing issues again. Only thing is, when we got to the hospital, I got checked through admissions and walked through and found a solo area where my brother lied, or the body of him. All I could do is yell and scream at the damn thing before I had to get the hell out of there before security would drag my ass. Because I was just, oh, it's like, how the hell could he do this shit to me? God. And it was a blur. I barely remember eating with a friend over at the hospital, getting a ride home, come back to the hospital, pick up the stuff, and go back home. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with people trying to get my brother taken care of. Memorials to go to, or crematorium to be used first before a memorial. I mean, shit, it was just one damn thing after another. And then bug war, and trying to keep the apartment. It was one damn thing after another. And I couldn't even keep up with the school because for about a semester and a half, for about 3 or 4 months, I was out of it. I was trying not to break down because I was focusing on survival mode at this point. And by the time I got into school, I knew I was damaged. But I was still trying to focus on school because this is what Mom and Dave wanted me to do. And I made the promise to them. But I told my brother, his health came first. I don't give a shit about the school. I'd go back to college if I had to. But I was going to take care of my brother because that's how it was in the family. At least that's why I was brought up as. My mother helped take care of my grandmother and my aunt. My brother was doing part of the same, but he went in the Navy for a few years, came back, screwed up. But he still tried to stay until Grandma passed. And after that was a nightmare. After that. But even during those times, I couldn't get it together in school. In college, I had to work full time. Things were happening at home too damn fast. And I could be kicking myself regarding the college situation. So David knew I would be kicking myself over this one, but I'd be taking care of his ass because that was the job. Ma was having issues, health issues. David and I were doing the 24/7 on her while I was working. Didn't get a day of rest, just had to deal with him. 5 years, but shit happens. And then David, it was like one thing after another. I'm surprised I hadn't blown my head off or done something stupid to just to say I can't deal with it all and just that's it. But here's the thing, I didn't. Oh, I can think the thoughts like crazy. I may get the subtlety going through the head. But the thing of it is, I'm not ready to keel over and die yet. So I think I may be still pissed off at God anyway. He saved my ass. Kept telling me it wasn't my time. 4 years old, open heart surgery. I'm a terrified young kid, and I'm going through things that I shouldn't have gone through in the first place. Like having the chest ripped open, having the heart operated on me, dying 3 times and coming back to life, and oh God, oh, how are you supposed to deal with this shit? And then everything else happens. Like that's life. I hear friends and colleagues. I hear friends, family losing their own loved ones. Yeah, it hurts. I take death personally. I take death very personally when it's especially too damn close for home. That's why I have issues over this. It's not that I don't want to deal with the issues. I am part of the issues. I am part of the process I still have to deal with on my own. But I hate dealing with that on my own. And being part of that community out there, sometimes it helps, and other times, to be honest, it really drags. Because I can't get myself going and motivated. It's by how many times I would see the writing in there. Sometimes you just need to get that hug or two out of it. You need to get that support. I'd hug a dog, but right now she's having conniption fits. But she's sleeping right now, so she's waiting for me to go back to bed. It's too damn early in the morning for this. But I had to say something about this. I had to get this off my chest. I had to put this on record. Grief, I don't care what you've lost or who you lost, it still hurts. I've lost a lot of things that have hurt me out like crazy. I've lost material objects, and sometimes, yeah, they did kick my ass. And I'd mourn and I'd cry over them. But then I get over it. But the thing is, gets to me, that I keep seeing the trigger on a constant basis. It's family. It's family. And that's the thing that really kicks my ass. I cry. I cry because I lost something of great value. And then I didn't realize I had valued it that much. It wasn't a conscious thing I was thinking all the time that I value and love my family. No. Because once I lost them, like, I regret what the hell I've done to have a separation somehow, but I did the best I could dealing with them. My family, Ma and Dave, dogs I've lost, and friends and surrogate family members. They all add up. And that's a hell of a weight on the heart. That's a hell of a weight on the soul. And I see people trying to still smile and get on with life. Well, that's good for them. And I may be wasting life here. But I'm dealing with other things I'm still struggling with. Yeah. New class, online. So I'm dealing with that situation there. Dog may be on her last days, and I'm regretting the living crap out of that, thinking about it. And it depresses the living crap out of me. Hell, I cry over her all the time on that one. I'm driving her into depression every time I do that. I say it with a dry laugh, but it's really not funny. She's already lost people that she's cared about too. My brother and my mother. So yeah, I'm familiar with death visiting me and my family and people I know and care about a great deal. I just don't like it. I don't like the separation. It hurts like hell. And I know it hurts like hell because if I made investments into the relationships, and I happen to lose them, that's like tearing holes in my stomach or holes in my heart. It's never easy talking about stuff like this. And then people talking about happier stuff and miserable stuff, and they're talking about political, and they're getting all the subscribers and stuff like that. And me, I was just using my YouTube as an emotional lifeboat, uh, trail of breadcrumbs. In case I happen to go under, people will follow the path and see what the hell happened to me. What happened? How did I change? What was the reasons? And was there anything that I gave them at the last minute just before I may or may not croak? Assuming I'm going to be choosing that in the first place. But I'm not. I'm not choosing that. Because it still scares the hell out of me going into the afterlife, okay? I'm not even ready for that stuff. Even though I may consider that the family is still up there waiting for me to come. But I'm not ready for it yet. They know it. So I'm dealing with stuff down here as best as I can. And I deal with people who are going through it as best as they can. If I have to talk to them in one way or another, I'll do it. And I have to reassure them that they're going to be okay. Well, they're going to be surviving that day. Or they're going to be okay. It's going to be another story. We used to have a norm. We used to have a level that we could draw strength from everybody else. We can maintain our status quo inside this hemostasis inside ourselves. But you throw off that equilibrium that we've already developed a long time ago, and it takes a while for us to get a new equilibrium going. And then we're so off-centered, it's not even funny. I mean, hell, I've seen it on too many people like that. I've heard it, seen it, read about it, and me looking through my own damn eyes through it. Nobody wants to talk about it. But if they do talk about it, they're shushed. Don't talk about it. It's a taboo subject. No, it isn't. It's life. We're not the only creatures in the universe going through this damn crap. Are you kidding me? We got life forms on this planet that still go through that crap. It's they got documentation still being built up. Even plant life goes through it. Trees. I'm coming across stories on the internet. I don't know if that's true or not. I still got to backtrack this stuff through Science magazine. But somebody actually tried to get some kind of weird ass recordings about plant life as they're going through their own death. We can't hear it because it's beyond our own depths. Our own. We can't hear it. It's beyond our own levels to hear it. Dogs good, but they probably got used to the damn thing anyway. They eat grass. Trying to sit all their stomach. They pee on them and everything. So, but even they mourn. They mourn. They get depressed. So I don't, if I start hearing my mama, my little dog, crying like crazy, I go to her just to see how she's doing, see if I can give her a little bit of comfort, settle her down, spend as much time as I can with her. Because I'm going to be regretting it afterwards that I didn't spend enough time with her. I regretted it a long time for not spending enough time with Ma or Dave. Dave, I was doing 24/7 on him, and I regret a hell of a lot of it. That maybe I didn't do enough for him. And I think my brother would have been snorting at me about that one. Says, John, he would throw this at my face. Where's your faith and trust in God? And sometimes I'd say Cleveland. Or I'd think about the last train to Clarksville. Some kind of a smart-ass remark at that point. But they're valid questions for me. I just heard her. So she's wondering. Mama, I'm right here. Mama, right here. I'm right here, honey. Come here. Come here, honey. Yeah, come here. You're fine. All right. Come here, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm picking you up. Oh, I'll give it a rest, will you? I heard that groaning of yours. Oh, there she's at it again. My dog is at it again. She's wondering how come I'm up. I should be back in bed sleeping. Yeah, I know the feeling. But let's just say I had to get this off my chest. September 8th is coming up. I'll probably be doing more videos about everything else. Politics, science. What about human misery and conditions? I'll talk about them too if I have to. And as for people that I know that are going through anniversaries, you just heard her talk about that one there. Okay, I'm going, woman. I'm going. All right, honey. Probably need to go potty or to the or to the water. Yeah, she needs the water. So this is what's happening, guys. I'll keep in touch.